Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo has unveiled his own personal statue in the western part of the country. This took place on Wednesday, November 6, 2024. The president unveiled the statue at Kwante Regional Hospital in Sekondi, around the southwestern region of the capital, Accra. President Akufo-Addo was in the region for a thank-you tour. This was ahead of his retirement in January 2025. This was done after he has exhausted his two terms of leadership as the President of Ghana. The Western Regional Minister Mensah said that the President's statue was erected in honor of his contributions to the region. The President went ahead to tell the Western region people that he has fulfilled 80% of his pledges to Ghanaians as head of state. And he went ahead to tell the people to vote for his Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia of the ruling New Patriotic Party (NPP). This raised a lot of eyebrow because he's commissioning his statue as part of his thank you tour to the Western region when many of his projects have been left abandoned. Now we're going to look at some of the projects he left uncompleted. Well, guys, I am not trying to be an enemy here, but did a lot of projects. He achieved a lot of things, starting from the road constructions. In the history of Ghana, this president have constructed and completed a lot of roads. The Pokwa State Interchange alone is a huge project that was completed by the president. Another achievement of his was the over 300 ambulances he commissioned. Man, this is huge. This is massive. This president went ahead to also construct a lot of railways across the country. Even on rail bridge, he did a lot of things. He also built 54 public library just within 6 years, and this library are already completed. Man, this is massive. Administration also made free Wi-Fi available in over 700 schools. That's massive. That's huge. So the complaint started. One of it was that the Wi-Fi is not working in most of the schools. Prior to this time is that he had this agenda 111, and this agenda was to commission and build and do a lot of things, especially in the health sector, academic sector, the road, and so many other sectors of the country in order to better the country. Even when he came out to say he was going to build over 100 hospitals, primary health cares, a lot of people celebrated him. But then, did all these projects and many more that I have not mentioned were they really accomplished? Was all the money allocated for this project used judiciously? Is the end of his tenure really worth celebrating? We're going to see all that. Just stick to this video till the end. And if you're not yet subscribed, just hit on that subscribe button so you join the growing community.
88 out of the 101 sites have been identified, including this one at Trent. All the hospitals are to be completed in 18 months.
Prior to this time, guys, when this man was newly elected, he said that one of the things he told God was that if God will make him the president, he's going to build a cathedral for him that will serve as a monument. People will travel from far and near to come. And at first, they said this cathedral is going to cost $100 million. Later on, because of the hike in prices, inflation is going to cost $200 million. And now the letter said it's going to cost $400 million. In fact, this president traveled to another foreign country, America to be precise, just to raise funds for this cathedral. Now, it's dawned on me that Africa, why are we this backward? Why are we always thinking upside down? Imagine our president from one of the African countries traveling to a foreign land to solicit for funds in order to build a cathedral. But these same presidents and leaders cannot travel in order to help sponsor young people who are talented, young people with skills, young people with a bright future and hope and dream for the country, so that they would go and learn new ways and things in order to come and improve their skill and develop the country. Well, that's a topic for another day. And right now, guys, the cathedral is nowhere to be found. Did I just say nowhere to be found? Hey, the cathedral is not done, Abi, is it done? Is it done? The cathedral is not yet done. And so far, so good. They have spent $58 million. What's really going on? That huge amount of money.
The site of the National Cathedral of Ghana, it is the vision of the president. At his first Independence Day speech, he said on the way to address the nation, he had stopped to make a very, very important act, and that was to cut the sword for the commencement of work on a National Cathedral.
These people are really playing with our intelligence. Years later, months later, the cathedral is not yet done. Look at it. There was a visit to the cathedral months ago, and the picture that was posted, and now nothing has changed. Even a few months back, when rain fell, the place became more of a swimming pool for people.
Today, go and look at the state of the cathedral. It has become the biggest problem to the people of this country. And the last time I was telling President Mahama that, look, that particular project, I have an interest in it. We shouldn't only retrieve the funds, but we should let the people use shovels and refill the hole they have dug there. When they finish refilling it, we should build an anti-corruption agency there and put a prison just by its side. Start sentencing all the people who dug that hole. You see, my pain in that particular project is that they didn't only sink the hole, they collapsed high-rise buildings. Because you know how rent is expensive in Accra today. Yeah. And plush buildings that belonged to judges. You have the effrontery to collapse them. And you took judges, went and rented for them at a high cost, at the expense of you and I, our taxes. The passport office and other high-rise buildings that were there, they collapsed all of them, leading this country into huge financial loss. After you finished with that, you then sink a hole and you leave it. And that hole has virtually become a galamsey pit. So this government is entirely bereft of ideas and panaceas to the problems of this country.